What's going on, guys? I know it's been a very long time since I've done a reveal of any project for that matter, but this is gonna be my first completed build for 2018, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys, despite the fact that I kind of sort of hated this project to begin with because hashtag sausage fingers. But yeah, I know. I think I know a lot of people have noticed that there's been a lot of slowdown in um, the amount or the frequency of my videos, and for that, I just want to apologize. I just had a lot on my plate for the whole month of January and part of February, and it was just kind of, I guess, I don't know, just down in the dumps, or I was in a slump pretty much. So but it's okay. I've slowly, made my way back to, getting back on track and actually getting work done, and actually working on this project, which I didn't expect it to take this long to, customize, scribe, and paint and stuff like that. But with, I don't know, being busy at work and gaming and life and adulting and all that stuff, it took me a very long time to finish this kit. So, anyway, I apologize for that. But anyway, I'm not gonna, make this a really long introduction. We'll just jump straight into it, and probably I'll have a review for the next project after this. So, let's go check this kit out. Alright guys, so here we have the kit. I'll just stand in a typical fashion, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I guess just for a brief overview, I guess, I mean, the build itself was not that challenging, but there were some issues that I had in painting where the paint was just coming off during, after removing masking tape and stuff, and that really just like triggered me, so that had me like basically just put down the kit and not touch it for a while. But yeah, I mean, it's done. It was a lot of work, just kind of working through a lot of the scribing and a lot of that stuff. But it was a learning experience, and I'm pretty sure I've learned a lot just through the experience of working on this kit. But I guess I should just kind of start off by giving you guys a rundown of whatever mods and customizations I've done for this kit. So we'll take a look at it real quick. In terms of I think we'll just start from the legs and move upwards, but I'm gonna remove this leg real quick. So if you look at the leg, this part of the armor actually comes off, but anyway, in terms of the leg, there wasn't a whole lot I've done to it besides remove the seam line in the this shoe part. There's usually a hole, a seam right here, which connects to this this ball joint thing here. But what I did was if you've seen my work in progress videos, I cut it here, and then I removed the seam here to basically make this piece independent of this one joint. So so yeah, that came out pretty cool. That was, I think, the best way to go about removing that seam, I think. Otherwise, like, I wouldn't be able to remove it and paint it or anything like that. So yeah, so there's that. In terms of the side armor piece right here that we have, this piece, if I can get it off here, right here on this armor part, this used to be, this whole like canvas used to be it was just flat. There was nothing else on there. So just for some added like color separation and stuff, I added these scribes here. They came out okay, not bad for my first attempt at really scribing a kit. But yeah, I added some panels here and another one here. I didn't want it to do it like all like wonky, like all of them on one side, so I made those a little bit separate, just so that we could have some color separation, because having the whole armor piece be like the same color would be fairly boring. So little embellishment there for making that look a lot nicer. So that's pretty much it for, it's obviously the same thing on the other leg, but In terms of this part, not a whole lot was done to the lower leg. I felt that it was okay. And this being the inner leg, I didn't feel that it was necessary to really scribe anything on there. But the thighs were also very blank, so all of this was scribed. And funny story about this thigh piece. As I was scribing, I ended up just like kind of doing a couple of like, I don't know, making a couple mistakes here and there, and like the scribes just ended up getting deeper and deeper and deeper as we went. So the top and the bottom line here are like, they're extremely deep, and then the vertical lines are actually not as bad. But yeah, there's a depth difference in between this front line here and then the sides going now. But I don't know, it was a learning experience again, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be a better modeler for it. So yeah, so that was there also for some color separation, to add just some lines, something, instead of having a bland old white part here. So yeah, that's the leg. In terms of the rest of this kit here, I'm going to remove the legs here real quick so I can kind of just go through it with you guys. There was a lot of modification that went into the torso as well. This waist part is from the Easy 8, I believe. I think. No, sorry, I got that backwards. This upper part is from the original the GM3, whereas this torso, I think, with the exception of this back part, is actually from the Easy 8. The side skirts and the front skirts, they just look so much better. So that was, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's a kit patch, it was just a replacement of parts, I suppose. But it was just a lot more existing detail on the parts on the Easy 8, so I swapped that out. I wanted to scribe something on the back skirt, but I realized that there's just not enough space. There's not enough room to actually make it look like anything worthwhile doing. So I figured just if you threw on some decals on there, it'll probably just look fine. So just to fill up that empty void there. So that's what I did in terms of that back skirt there. But moving forward, you're gonna notice that this is a GM with energy cables, and this, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little rough, to be completely honest. But I didn't want to end up having to drill into the center portion of this torso, so I ended up just adding some of these like polycaps. I guess they're like they're like flat. They look like that, like the D-shaped polycaps, and the energy cables that came off of I think it's the Bugu. Those were plugged directly into the polycaps, and so yeah, it's an energy cable on this GM, this GM 3. The torso again is also, I believe, from the this is from the GM 3, I believe. I could be wrong. I don't know. It was a while ago. But the shoulder is definitely from the Easy 8, and most of this, the upper arm of this kit as well is from the Easy 8, whereas the lower arm is from the GM 3, as well as the hands. The head, I ended up lopping off one side because it had two of these antennae, and it just looked like a rabbit. So I was like, screw that, rip that off. Now if you watch my whip, you should probably already know this is a mixed match of all different parts. The shoulder coming from the GBA, the upper shoulder coming from the Bugu, the joint in there is also from the GBA, as well as this part. Actually, most of the lower arm is from the GBA, except for the hands. And I don't know. I just kind of wanted to make it very different from the opposite arm to kind of give it a unique look of being a mix and match part of this kit. And so I was really happy with the way this like little handle latch thing came out. It just looks really natural, like it was just supposed to be on that part. So I have that. I threw that on there just for some extra cool little detailing. And then I dug this center part off, which I'm gonna give credit the idea to Zach on his Mega Size. Just, you know, digging a hole out in there just to give it some depth and stuff. And so yeah, I felt like this arm had really great articulation. And so yeah, there was a lot of work that went into you know, making this whole thing kind of work, I guess, in terms of the arm bash right there. But it turned out pretty well. A lot of the colors, you're probably going to ask me about the colors, and I don't have a list on me at the moment, but I do know for a fact that this is I believe, the Mr. Hobby German Gray, as well as this forearm part being predominantly midnight blue. I think that's a Mr. Hobby color as well. But I'll put all the colors in the description below. But yeah. Oh, let's move over to the backpack. This backpack also came off, is not the backpack for this GM3, but I believe this also came off of the Easy 8. You know, so just painted the thrusters and the energy cables coming out of there. Actually, no, sorry, I lied. This backpack is from the Bugu. My bad. That's why the energy cables fit into the backpack so well. Sorry. My mistake. But yeah, it was just the backpack for the existing Gym 3. It looked terrible. It had like these weird little things coming off of the sides and stuff. So yeah, I just got rid of that. And I don't know. There's not a whole lot much else in terms of modifications. Just pretty, you know, pretty little color swap with some color separation here and there, and that's pretty much it, I would say. So let me put this back together. What else? These little thruster details here on the front, those came off of MS Option Parts, Bandai parts, and I don't think I have really anything else. This head was a masking nightmare to do for that Mohawk red. I was doing a live stream earlier in the week, and it was just a little too gray, so I went with this color scheme. But anyway, all in all, I think it came out pretty well, and I'm not gonna draw this video out much longer, so I guess we'll call it at that. Don't really think there's much else besides the weapon, I suppose. The weapon being attached to a hand already. This also came off of the Easy 8, I believe, and threw some Aurora film into the camera for the gun there. It was just painted on a standard Tamiya decanted gunmetal, and so yeah, I could have done some hand painting on there, but I kind of want to get started on the next project, so I just kind of did away with that. But outside of that, I've got a shield for him, which I also took off of the Bugu. So I felt that this shield looked much cooler compared to the existing shield on the Gym 3. So it's square. I think I liked it because it was like kind of reminiscent of like the Iron Cavalry in the Origin series, and you know, the square shields, they're nice. I don't like the really tacky cross in the middle of the Gym and the RX-78 shields. So yeah, just went with that. So anyway, I think that's about it. Not really a whole lot else to show in terms of this kit. So anyway, we'll kind of just show you some more nice gunpla porn, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Если знаешь, откуда и куда ты едешь, я считаю, что Это не настоящее путешествие. Настоящее путешествие, когда ты давно забыл, откуда едешь, и ты без понятия, где закончится твой путь. Я верю в это.
Пластилиновый бег.